got my my fancy plate covering system over here, which is a rag and a rubber band, so I don't have to deal with that crap in editing. And I actually, you see how much I prepared. I have like extra batteries and crap in my bag, and I actually printed out my mods list so I wouldn't forget anything, because I've been working on this bike over the course of like 2-ish years now, something like that. So there's been, you know, a lot of stuff done to it in that time, and it's hard for me to remember everything, honestly. So I'm just going to be going all over the place. I'm going to try to follow it in the order that I did this list in. So first off, this is not an Acerbis, however you say it. This is actually a Polysport front fender off of a 2011 RMZ 450. Then actually I got those stickers with the tail and the side panels, which are from Acerbis. I've heard it said so many different ways. I don't even know. It's kind of like, what's that exhaust? Akrapovic, whatever. Same difference. It's all names I can't pronounce because I'm a dumb American or something. So the number graphics, the 94 number graphics, those are by Attack Graphics. Those are custom. And I actually had like a custom Chief J one for the headlight, but it was for the stock DRZ headlight, and I don't have a stock DRZ headlight, so I can't use it, even though it's really cool and has my name on it. Then we've got, let's see, so these graphics over here, the Yoshimura DRZ, and the tail graphics over here, those are made by a company called Factory Effects, but like not Factory Effects, because that's a different company. It's like Factory EFX, FX, whatever. Anyways, yeah, they made those graphics. Let's see. So up front, going up here, these things over here are UFO plastics. They're off of a 98 KTM 300 EXC. 300 EXC. Blah. Tongue twisted tied over here. Can't talk. But yeah. So those are off of a KTM from the late 90s. They're not directly off of it, but they're for a KTM from the late 90s, is what I mean to say. Then my blinkers over here that I've got front and rear. Those are by Speed Metal, which is, I think, one of the Cycle Gear in-house brands. Yeah, so they're not real carbon fiber. These are like $10 a set. But they look cool. I mean, and they work. They're short. They look good on the bike, I think. So it's cool. My headlight, going back up here, that is a Trailtech X2 with the Trailtech graphic on it for DRZ that they make. Let's see. My fender eliminator back here. This is a universal fit from Trackside, which is also I think a Cycle Gear brand, but I got it at Cycle Gear anyways, even if it's not their brand. It's all right. It kind of sucks you can't mount a plate really like normally without drilling the plate, which is why I have mine mounted sideways. But it works, and it's like $20 or something like that, so it's cool. I do think like water got into it or something, because it looks like it kind of melted here, but it still works, so that's cool. My mirror is a Speed Metal bar end mirror from Cycle Gear. It used to be a set. I dropped the bike on the right and snapped the right side mirror, so now I only run the left, and I've never dropped it on the left hard enough to break the other mirror off. So my grips are really, I love these grips. Highly recommend them. They are Pro Grip 737 gel grips. They last freaking forever, but they're actually like pretty soft and comfortable. And they don't wear out. Like, I know a lot of people run the Pro Taper pillow tops, and those are they're nice grips. They're comfortable, but they wear out really, really quickly, which I don't like. So yeah, I like super highly recommend these grips. These are my favorite grips by far, of the ones I've tried at least. Yeah, so the handlebars are obviously Pro Tapers. This is the Universal Low Bend in gold, obviously. And I've got them on, you can't really see them because they're under the bar pad, but I've got them on the riser / adapters from Pro Taper to go from the standard bar to fatty bar size. The handguards are from Psycho Gear. They're trackside aluminum guards, and they're pretty good. The bolts are starting to rust a little bit. So it's the banjo bolt over here, but this one bent a little bit when I hit a tree with this handguard, but it didn't break. It just bent a little bit. It's supposed to look like that, basically, and it looks like that. It's a little bent. Actually, they're both a little bent, but this one's definitely more bent. I've hit trees with both sides, is what I'm getting at here. What else have we got? Okay, the foot pegs. Definitely change your foot pegs on your DRZ. The stock ones are really too small. So these are DRC, the medium, which is like the standard height. You can get them a little bit lower than stock and a little higher than the stock. This is just stock height. DRC medium wide foot pegs from Wheeling Cycle Supply, who are really awesome. Right next to it, I've got an MSR extended shift lever, which is an inch further away from the foot peg than stock, which is nice when you're wearing MX boots and becomes pretty much necessary when you have above like a size 7 foot and you're running wider than stock foot pegs. Let's see. My levers, they look pretty stock, but they're actually not. They're a little bit shorter than stock. They are also from DRC. They're the DRC shorty levers. They advertise it as a 3-finger lever, and it's pretty accurate. I have small hands, so I can, no jokes, I can I can use them as a full hand glove. But full hand glove, what am I saying? A full 4-finger grip. But I like them, and they're super duper cheap. They're like $6 per lever, something like that. Just buy them. I mean, at least if you break your levers, you'll have extras. Let's see, what else we got here? Yeah, okay, so when I put the risers, the Pro Taper risers on, and obviously the pad over here, I couldn't fit my stock ignition in the same place anymore. So I cut it and relocated it here, and it's just mounted onto the blinker bolt over here. So I had to cut it a little bit shorter, and I think I ended up having to widen one of the holes so that the bolt would fit through. Or is it still mounted there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I initially was trying to mount it up here, but I was having too many issues fitting it back here, so yeah, it fits there. It works. It's out of the way. If I ever take a really bad, like, fall of some kind where I smack my chest or face or something against here, I'm not going to have a key indented into my spleen, so it's cool. And it has the added bonus that it'll take a thief about 5 seconds more to steal the bike, because he'll have to fumble around looking for the ignition for a few extra seconds, so that's good. What else we got? Thumper Talk case savers. Get those. Save yourself the hassle of a punctured case. Ask Art Pure about the hassle of a punctured case. You don't want a punctured case, so just buy these and save yourself the hassle. I've got homemade cheapo skateboard wheel axle sliders. They've done their job. They don't look very flashy, but they've done their job, so can't complain. And yeah, this is a stock seat, but I took the top off of it and shaved it down because I was having issues off-roading when, like, it was too tall for me a little bit. So I shaved the seat down a little bit, and I also narrowed it up here. So when I'm cruising, I can sit further back up here and still get, like, the full width of the seat, so it doesn't, like, go up my crack, you know. But if I need to be able to touch the ground more easily, I can scoot forward up here. So it doesn't look all that great, but it works, you know. And I mean, really, that's all I want out of it, is I want it to work. Then we've got it on the more performance or practical side of things that isn't just a bunch of stuff to make it look flash or be a little bit lighter. Yoshimura full RS3 exhaust off of an E model. I think I went over this in one of my other videos, but yeah, pretty much it's an RS3 that's actually been, the can's been chopped and shortened and re-welded, because the stock, like a regular RS3, goes out to about here. So yeah, I like it. It's pretty loud. It's kind of beat up, but you know, it's good. It works. What else? Okay, front and rear, I've got Van Hill steel braided brake lines. This one up here is getting a little kind of, I guess the steel braiding on the inside is getting, I don't know if it's like rusted or sunburnt or whatever, but they work really well. It brakes way better than the stock lines feel, so definitely a good upgrade. We've got, so my stock master cylinder, because it's all plastic, they have a common air problem where the plastic warps and it lets air in, which I had. So I went ahead, and it's kind of hard to see it, but I replaced the stock one with the rear master cylinder off of a, let me see the year, 2004 CRF 450. I picked it up off of eBay. It was a used part, but it was, you know, it functioned perfectly fine. And it's definitely a huge, huge, huge improvement over the crappy stock setup. So, yeah, that's definitely a good buy. What else? Okay, my battery. Not running a stock battery. I shaved 5 pounds off of that by switching over to a Modi Designs. Obviously, you can't see it, but it's a Modi Designs LiPo 4 battery. It cranks like a beast and works really well, so that's good. I did do the free power mod, which is pretty much you take the wire from your regulator rectifier, and instead of going into the wiring harness, it goes directly to the battery. You pick up extra charge, and it works well. That's definitely a good mod to do because the Suzuki little connectors have a tendency to fry, especially coming off of the regulator rectifier, so which is what happened to mine last year and why I did the free power mod. And lastly, it's got a K&N air filter, high flow air filter, which is not the best for off-road, but honestly, this bike is on the road a little bit more than it is off the road. Okay, a lot more than it's off the road, so yeah. Yeah, I've got a resistance sticker because you have to have a resistance sticker, or you'll get laughed at and made fun of, and then Downey will come kick my ass. But yeah, anyways, that's the bike. I like it. It's mine. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.